protect my assets from nursing home costs and avoid probate when I'm gone while not giving up complete control of everything I have. Hi, I'm Paul White. I'm here with today's installment of 3 Minutes No Filter. It's just an opportunity for me to give you some information that hopefully will help you in making the decision about how best to plan your estate both while you're living and when you pass away. There are two questions I get every week. One is, how do I avoid probate? The second is, how do I protect my assets from long-term care costs so that when I'm gone, if I have to go in the nursing home, there still could be something left for my kids or whoever I name as my beneficiaries. Now, in a previous installment of 3 Minutes No Filters, we talked about a revocable trust. That's a trust that you're the trustee of, you're the beneficiary, you get to decide how those assets are used during your lifetime, and then you get to direct where they're going to go when you pass away. What we want to talk about today is an irrevocable trust for just a couple of minutes. An irrevocable trust is a trust that someone else has to be the trustee of. It may be one or more of your kids, it could be a family friend, it could be a bank. It's just got to be someone other than you to serve as that trustee. What a lot of my clients do is they put their home into the irrevocable trust. Now what that means is they actually do a deed from themselves, if it's a single person or a married couple, into the trust. So the trust owns their home. The next time they get their property tax bill, it's going to show that that trust owns the home. But they have the right to live in that home for the rest of their lives. If one of them passes away, the other one will continue to live there. They still pay the taxes, they still pay the insurance, they still have the responsibility of maintaining the home. But what that does is starts a 5-year clock ticking. You may have heard that there's a look-back period for Medicaid. In other words, if I get sick and have to go in the nursing home down the road, if I've given assets away within the last 5 years, then they can penalize me for that, where they won't pay for my care. The irrevocable trust is a way to get that 5-year clock ticking, so that once that 5 years has run, if you go in the nursing home after that point, those assets are protected. They can't be taken by Medicaid. Now, I have a lot of folks that say, well, look, you can qualify for Medicaid and still own a home. That is true. The problem is, if it's a married couple, if the spouse that's not in the nursing home passes away, normally they own the house jointly. The house goes to the one that's in the nursing home. When they pass away, Medicaid has a lien for whatever they've paid for their care in the nursing home. So it's somewhat of a pay me now, pay me later. So just be very careful to make sure that you're aware of how the rules may apply to you if you or your spouse may go into a nursing home. You can also put money in there. Some people want to put a CD or an investment account of some kind. What you have to know is that once you put that account into the trust, you can't pull the money out again. You can receive the income it may produce, but you can't just reach out and pull out money just because you want to go buy something. That's the trade-off. You see, to get protection for long-term care assets and from long-term care expenses, you have to give up some control. Now, the key is it's not an all or nothing proposition. In other words, if you do an irrevocable trust, you don't have to put everything in there. Many of my clients just put their home, or maybe their home and just a portion of their assets. They still want to keep a buffer for themselves. If they want to go buy a new car, they go buy a new car. So it's very important that if you decide to do an irrevocable trust, that you make an informed decision. I'd love to help you make that decision. If you have questions or comments, please feel free to message us through Facebook, or there's a phone number on the screen, 501-847-5556, that you can call, or send me an email. I'd love to help you. Thanks for joining me today. Have a great week.